Hi, it's me. I am back. Yes, as told by a widow. Yes, it's me. Wow. Um, how you guys been? How's everything? I know with summertime, everything just feels so much lighter this year, doesn't it? At least for me, it does. You know. Well, I'm not gonna keep you guys long. And something's telling me stop saying guys because I have my widows. Yes, my sisters in this grief journey out here as well. So definitely want to make sure I celebrate and shout you all out as well. So, however, uh, I just want to really just hit on the I don't know what it is. I mean, I do and I kind of do. Just to give you an idea, right? This video is going to talk a little bit about, I guess, what everybody is thinking about, and that's celibacy. Yeah. My most watched video to date, which is June 29th at 9 p.m. With 100 and I think 41 views, was the one I did on dating. And I talked about how I was practicing celibacy, right? And the runner up to that video has 75 views where I strictly just talked about uh dating, you know, after the transition of a spouse. So that's why I'm here. Okay. Um, okay, let's get into it. For those that are new to my channel, I talk with my hands too, so just that's just me. And this is my space, so I just enjoy doing it. So, but anyway, I am a widow. My spouse, I did the I was allowed to experience the most amazing thing with an amazing human being. um I met and married my best friend. I mean, I oh wow, I was 27, he was 30, and um it was just amazing. It really was. I don't know how else to explain it. And I'm truly grateful for that experience. So in 2011, while I was between 30 and 32 weeks pregnant with our second son, my husband transitioned suddenly due to complication from a childhood illness. Um, but now that illness never defined our relationship or what we did, or definitely did not define my husband. He defied everything. Okay. So, all right. So that's a little bit to get you caught up. And today, I am in year 10. Our second son is 10 years old, and we have four children. Four. I'm trying to make sure that I enunciate my words more. Um, and this journey has been interesting. And one of the reasons for establishing a YouTube channel dedicated to grief support is 2 years ago I had a health scare, and I was just like, God, like, this is heavy, you know. This I don't know if I can do this. And when I was in the hospital, I was like, please get me out of here. Just get me out of here. You and I don't want to sound too, I guess, cliche, but yet it's the truth. It's my truth. This is my reality. This is what happened. When I was in the hospital, and I was like, please get me out of here. Like, no, I do not want to be here. And and this was a Metro City ER that I was sent to. So technically, there is no privacy. Everything is shared, and God made a way. I had this. They took me to a space by myself. I had a room by myself, literally. Yes, and in that space, I remember crying. I was like, okay, I'll do whatever you ask me to do. I thought I was doing it, but obviously I'm here, so it's something that I'm not doing. Right? So I'm having this conversation, with the God in me, the creator of this universe, and I remember I just laid there because I wasn't getting any responses. Yeah. And I drifted off to sleep. And when I woke up, one of the nurses came back in. I'm sorry. Yeah, she was like a nurse practitioner. And she said, I just came in to check on you. And I was like, oh, okay. Can I go? She was like, I don't think that's one of your options. And I was just like, I teared up. And I just looked at her. And she said, let me go check. Let me go talk with the doctor, physician. And in that space, it was just like, well, if I let you leave, I kid you not, you got to do what I asked you to do. And I was like, okay, I'm game. Hey, you in, and I'm in. That was just it. Yes, sir. But I give kudos to the hospital because I'm here and I don't really like to bring this up. I didn't have to be here, you know? And so, hey, them people at Grady Memorial Hospital in Atlanta, Georgia, know they shit. Okay? So, long story short, that that night, I stayed quite for a while for observation. Not even 24 hours even, and they discharged me. And I kid you not, ever since that moment, I wasn't researching. I wasn't going there. I was resting, preparing myself for the follow up in which I had to do after the ER visit, and people, books and resource videos. I am not an online driven person. I'm not. And so you went find me on like what is that? The friends thing. Facebook. I'm sorry. See? Not that I'm not aware of it. It's just it doesn't interest me, right? So for whatever reason, I end up a video pops up on YouTube and I'm watching it and it quickly just like resonated with me. Like I just knew that message was for me. Okay. So I wanted more and I started watching more and more and more. You'll have to watch my other videos where I list all of the YouTube channels that I have used to help me in my grief journey and just overall healing and health. Okay. Um, but I will say You Are Creators with Justin Perry uh, is one of them. But I won't give any more. And T Mars Tarot too. So check those two out. Okay, enough of that. But I wanted more. I wanted more and more and more. So I started watching more videos. I started reading the books that some of the YouTube creators were suggesting. They had, so I started doing that. I started listening to audiobooks and things like that. So it was like everything was just coming to me. I wasn't coming to it. And it was just that God was just realigning me with what He had me prepared for. Now, if you remember, if you can recall from previous videos, just a little bit more about my history, the first 3 years, I felt like I can get through this journey alone by myself. That unspoken, like you can get through this, and you don't get through this, you can get through anything, right? So literally for like 3 years or a little bit more, I was walking around on the exterior looking well put together, but on the inside, it felt like I was losing it. Not on a daily basis, but like on an hourly basis. Like I could build myself up. I'm doing it. I'm getting through. And then boom, anything can happen. Boom, I'm back at the bottom. Like I can't do this. But yet on the exterior, you no one would know, you know? And that's what led me, that internal turmoil, right? And along with trying to keep up that facade, that it was driving me insane because now with all of that going on, I still work. I have 4 children now that I take care of alone. And my bills and our way of life has to be sustained. So managing all of that and not managing it in a way that was healthy triggered my medical scare in 2018, right? So the reason I bring all of this, that gave it a little bit of history, is to let you know that it's not always a cliche when people say, I got to this point and I just called out to God and he answered. He, she, whatever it is, you get what you want. And when you give in to, let me tell you something, when I say give in, I mean give in to what you know is right. Now, if you start feeling, and this is just me issuing a caveat, I'm not a doctor, I'm not an attorney or anything like that, but if anything speaks to you and encourages you to physically or emotionally hurt yourself or anyone else, that is not of God. That is not of love. Okay? So don't listen to that. Quickly call 911 and tell them your situation, and they can get you the help that you need immediately. I promise you. You don't want to go down that road. All right? I mean, I don't care how minuscule you may think it is, just do it. Okay? You can never go overboard when it comes to yourself. Bottom line. Okay? All right. So, with that being said, it happened to me. And finally, I was at a point where I felt like, okay, my children, they very early after my husband passed away, a family member, a friend, she was, well, I call her family, she's a great, great friend, found a grief support group for my children. I want to say within weeks after my husband passed away. She wasn't playing. And although they found things for me, but you know, I have a very strong personality, so they offered and I just did not accept the offer. And so in 20 when I finally got to that point, and I pray that if anything else, that my journey will encourage you to get help, even if you don't feel like you need it. Talk to someone very early. I mean, I don't even care if you weren't even with your spouse, okay? And you have children together. You still carry some of that person's energy because at some point there was some love or some chemistry. You get what I'm saying? So you just want to make sure that you allocate it, properly within your emotions. And a lot of times, if not all the times, you need a professional to help you do that. Even a professional psychologist. um so as I started watching YouTube videos, and it seems like a lot of them was like, why go through this and not be able to help somebody else? And I was like, oh, okay. So that was just setting the seed. Now my eldest daughter, by this time, um I think she was like in her junior year of college. Yeah, and she's a psychology. She was major. Well, she's a graduate now, but and I was talking to her once, and she was like, "Mom, you should just do a YouTube channel, and it will just, you'll be helping someone along with helping yourself." And I was like, "Nah," and I didn't let on to her that God had already set that seed with me because I had watched a YouTube video where um that YouTube channel creator basically suggested the same thing. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. Right? What can I lose? And I remember doing my first YouTube video. And have you ever had those moments where you cry and the tears just, you're not boo-hooing, it's just the tears just running. They're so heavy and so warm. That was me. And I just talked my way through it. Every now and again, I still have it up, and I would just dab my eyes. But it was like every tear, I felt lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. Okay, so oh shoot, I'm like 16 minutes in, just talking about my journey. Okay, so long as just to sum all this up, whatever you're going through, you're going to get through it. And I will always encourage you to get some help and to also start a YouTube channel. Why go through this and not be able to use it to help somebody else? You can start a youth support group online. Those are very easy. I kid you not. Um, because people want to talk, people want to be heard. I apologize for that. And so do that, okay? Um, So I'm gonna break here because I talked 16 minutes just to reacquaint people about my situation. But stay encouraged and do not go through this and not share your triumphs and your and those moments when things could have been a lot better, you know? And if you have to cry your way through it, then do it. That's okay. Because I guarantee you, what you're feeling, what you're going through, somebody else can gain some form of comfort from it. Okay. So I'm going to keep it short because I've gone over my limit. Because this was really supposed to have been about dating, and everybody want to know about my celibacy journey. So I'm going to stop here and start another video. So you'll get this in two parts. Okay. All right. See you in a minute.